XRP and the company Ripple going to reshape the financial system as we know it? It's truly time to buckle up and really digest what is actually happening in your financial system. Now, I know it's hard. We're buried in the day-to-day. We're trying to survive. A lot of confusion, a lot of red in the markets, up, down, all over the place. But it's important to understand what is actually happening in the financial system. Because when you understand what is actually happening, moving from an inflationary asset, a US dollar that makes you poor every single year if you don't beat inflation, to deflationary assets, things like XRP and Bitcoin specifically, that become more valuable every single year. Every time a transaction goes across XRP, it burns, it becomes more valuable. But I want to show you something that Ripple posted last week to really get you to digest, take a deep breath, and understand not only how early you are, but how great this opportunity is. But you have to pull yourself out of the short term. This is a massive transformation in your global financial system. Okay? So if you need any support at all, please make sure you click the description of this video, okay, on my social media platform, or click inside of this video here, or click my social media platform link. I want to give you a big warning as well, okay? In my social media link, you'll see the Coach JV Academy. Down below, you'll see the 3T Warrior Academy. It's an education academy. We do not invest people's crypto. Do not respond to anybody reaching out to you for a QFS account. Never send your crypto to anybody. Keep yourself safe, okay? You'll also see a link to set an appointment with my team around things like cash value, life insurance, bank on yourself. I get thousands of messages. I have a whole team to support you on those, okay? And I'll talk about my strategy on the back end, but I just want to make sure you're getting the right resources. So let's dive into this post that Ripple put out a week ago. It says by 2033, just digest this, a 0.6 trillion, 0.6, not 6.0, 0.6 trillion to 18.9 trillion shift is coming as tokenization reshapes the global financial system. Now first, there's three things we need to focus on. There's three things that happen. First, they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Draper, we're now heading into regulation and joining phase, okay? Now we're gonna move to this article that they posted here. This is the same thing we just talked about. So they say global financial infrastructure entering a new era as tokenization assets set to surge to 19 trillion by 2033, okay? So the report outlines three phases of this evolution. This is how early you are. First phase is low risk adoption. Institutions tokenize for familiar instruments like money market funds and bonds. That's the first phase, okay? So first, banks are going to custody your cryptocurrency. They're going to start allocating, asset managers are going to start investing some Bitcoin, getting you to put some of your portfolio, maybe 1 to 2 to 5% of your portfolio to get some diversification, some exposure to this asset class. The first phase is low risk, things that are already easy to do, like money market funds and bonds. Phase 2 is going to be institutional expansion. So the institutions are going to adopt it. They're going to get regulatory framework. They're going to adopt it. Then they're going to do the low-hanging fruit. Level 2 is going to be institutional expansion, scaling into complex assets such as private credit, private equity, love private equity, and real estate. Okay, so now you're going to go from just normal things like your market funds, your bonds. Okay, then you're going to start going into private credit, private equity, real estate. Phase 3 is where the big market transformation comes. Tokenization becomes embedded in every, I'm putting that in there, in financial and non-financial products. So basically everything starts to become tokenized. This is very important. Early adopters, this is on their website, this is Ripple's website, like BlackRock, Fidelity, and JP Morgan are already operational. Let that sink in. Let's make that bigger for you here. Okay? The very people that told you to run from crypto, pet rock or money laundering, nah, we're not going to let people to invest in it. Pet rock, it's junk. Early adopters like BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan are already operational. Already operational. This is how, in our Warrior Academy, we stay stoic. This is how we don't get fudded out. Bitcoin's not going to zero. XRP's not going to zero. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. Everything will be tokenized. Everything will be on a blockchain. So the very thing that you need to ask yourself is, why are you investing? Do research. Go deep into this. So here's why I do it. I buy Bitcoin every day and I buy the dips. I'm holding Bitcoin forever. I'm never selling it. It's legacy. I've already used it as I said I was going to use it. I opened up my own firm. I borrowed against my Bitcoin, got a 70% LTV, tax-free, pulled tax-free money out, bought the brokerage. I'm going to pay it off in 12 months. I'm paying 14% interest on that money. I'm netting about 50% every single year on Bitcoin, or that's the average based on the microsailor model. If I net 50%, now the risk to that, huge risk to that, is if it gets liquidated, if the market collapses down and Bitcoin does a huge drop, I'm going to have to add more liquidity into that LTV, okay? I'm never going to do anything like that unless I have cash on the side that I could easily provide liquidity, okay? So don't ever do it if you don't provide liquidity. I would rather take tax-free money, borrow at 14%, pay it back with the firm when I'm netting 50%, right? You have to look at the risk weighting of everything, very important. A Bitcoin I'm holding forever, okay? All my other altcoins, I'm exiting 50% on the way up. I pull it down the risk pyramid. My first bucket is tier 1 capital. I use cash value life insurance, okay? I like to insure my wealth. So when you see markets come collapsing down, my money's insured. Okay, not all of it. I have a portion of my, and I'll explain this why I do this, okay? Crypto's like this, stock market's like this, my insurance is like this. My principal is insured. So I'm taking my money, I'm insuring my money. I max fund the policies. Once that bucket is full, a little bit of silver, convertibility. Okay, I'm not getting too much into precious metals lately. A little bit more real estate, my cash dividend ETF strategy where I get paid cash flow every single month. I de-risk that back into Bitcoin and XRP, which is deflationary. Okay, we're heading into a deflationary environment. So I just want to keep doing these videos to keep you calm, to keep you stoic, and understand we have a long runway ahead of us. It's going to look like this, but in the short term, it's going to look like this. You don't want your emotions to be like this. So when you get a nice profit on the back end of this year, what I do is I put some into tier 1 capital. My portfolio looks like this because I have some tier 1 capital, we have some real estate, we have businesses, we have diversification in business. So the job is to teach you to be like this, okay? Not like this. You're just in crypto, you're like this. That's not the way that you build wealth, okay? You got to pull, you got to diversify. You don't want to be in just one vertical or asset class. That's not my recommendation. That's not what I do. So hopefully this information reaches your heart well. As I said, be very careful out there. There are so many scammers using our likeness and image. I'm going to say it on every video. I don't care if it ruins my videos. I want to keep you safe. Do not transfer your money to people saying you need a KeoFS account or some special KeoFS account. That's a scam. Okay, we do not invest people's crypto. We don't have a trading platform. You'll never send my team members money directly. Never send them crypto ever. Just don't send your crypto to anybody. Let me say it one more time. Don't send your crypto to anybody. Down below, you have the 3T Warrior Academy in the YouTube description. In my social media platform, click link. It says Coach JV Academy. We've helped 11,000 people worldwide. Subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision creation, market calls, live calls. We teach you how to fish. We don't give you a fish, okay? Education, okay? Many different things to support you. I also have a whole team ready to take your call. I get thousands of messages around cash value life insurance a month. So we can help you understand how to insure your wealth. Annuities, move old 401ks if you're worried about your cash. If you want to find places to store your cash and insure your wealth, we can help you with that. That's a free consultation. You'll never send my team members money directly. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the inside. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Love you guys.